Welcome to Friday, and in this week's Live from the Lanes, we're going to be talking about one of our elite car vendors, a very, very special vehicle going in soon, and a focus on another charity close to our hearts. First up, in Monday's Elite Sale, I'd like to shine a light on one of our favourite vendors who every fortnight sends us a whole load of top drawer lots. And this week, Liquid Fleet have sent us a big batch of 71 plate Kias from Stonics to Sportages to Exceeds. Mostly around 20k miles, with a few under 10k miles sprinkled in there for good measure. Mostly between grade 1 and grade 3, so make sure you give yourselves a bit of time this weekend to peruse them on our website to see if any of them tickle your fancy. And as well as those, we've also got another 200 elite lots that will be gracing our auction hall, with a large amount of those winging their way from Motability. Now I'm going to jump from Monday's Elite Sale 1 week into the future to the 20th of March. The reason for this is because we've got this stunning, sought-after 2021 Land Rover Defender Hardtop D. This is a rare opportunity to purchase a new shape Defender. It's an automatic 3 litre mild hybrid with a grey matte wrap and 24k on the clock. I spoke with our auctioneer Liam and asked him what he knew about this vehicle. And the first two things that he said were that it has an interactive driver display and really cool puddle lamps. So clearly Liam knows exactly what he's talking about. It is classed as a commercial vehicle, so it's got the 2 seats in the front, and there's obviously VAT to take into account. And to finish off, this beauty has this lovely Land Rover umbrella, which is pretty sought after in its own right. It's already been in our reception area for a few days, and it's certainly a head turner. So if you've been down to our site recently, you are bound to have seen it, because you can't really miss it, can you? It's one of my favourite vehicles of all time, and not just because my favourite footballer drives a Defender. And I know what you're going to say, is he a Defender? And yes, he is actually a Defender. What are the chances? And finally, let's take a break from cars as we celebrated International Women's Day this week. We have women in all departments at all levels at G3, which is spearheaded by co-owner Amanda Holtby. And it's not just our incredible female members of staff that I'd like to give a shout out to this week, because our transport manager Steve put us in touch with a very special lady recently that makes head wraps for people who are undergoing chemotherapy. And I caught up with Chelsea over Zoom this week to find out about all the lovely work that she does.
Well, initially my business, Betty and Basil, I started making clothes for my nephew when he was born. And a lot of people saw them and said, you should start selling them. And then, in lockdown, just everybody was at home ordering online, so it went a bit crazy. I tried to do a lot of environmentally friendly things as well. So all my fabrics are nature and animal inspired. Every time somebody orders a romper, we pay to plant a tree. Everything's recyclable, all my boxes. I try to run as much as a zero waste as I can. And then most recently, this is not my normal thing, but my mum got diagnosed with breast cancer, which she won't mind me saying. She's fine. Luckily, everything's fine. She's just having some preventative treatment that has meant she's lost her hair. Through that, she really couldn't find anything she felt happy to go out in, and she was a bit, I suppose, embarrassed, didn't want people looking at her. So I'm developed some headscarves that I found a pattern for that she just felt really good in, and she goes out in it all the time now. I put those on my Instagram, showed everyone, and just said, if anybody needed one or knew somebody who needed one, to get in touch. And then very kindly, a lot of people purchased them through my website, but left a note saying, I don't need this, give it to someone else that does, which was lovely. So I've made various extra ones that people have just purchased. Like Amanda, who's seen my social media posts, purchased some of those as well, which are in bags behind me ready to go when we go to the hospital next. I've given a few to some ladies that I know that needed them. They absolutely love them. I did put a little note on from the people who've donated as well, so they know where they've come from. And everyone was just really kind, loved the idea. And they've been really, really popular. It's not my main thing. Obviously, I normally make baby clothing, but if something nice can come out of it as well, and it was nice, something nice from a situation that I would never have predicted I would be making things for.
What a lovely, lovely way to finish this week's Live from the Lanes. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you on Monday at 10 a.m, on Tuesday at 10 a.m, and Thursday at 12 p.m for our 3 sales next week. Have a good one.